Now the conversational video is ready. You don't have to speak to industrial experts all the time to get guidelines on language learning or towards developing any skill. It's okay to listen to even the layman, people who are really learning. At times, guidelines from the experts also bring a lot of value. Today's conversational video is with Deepak. But before that, if you would like to connect with me and have a one-time conversation, one-time conversational sessions are different from my one-to-one training sessions, and those will not be uploaded on my YouTube channel because you pay and take it. Conversational videos are different. The method, the procedure is different, and if you really want to connect with me, I have given my email ID in the video description, or just stay till the end of the video and grab that email ID and draft an email and send it to me. Sometimes people really don't have the time to read the email ID, especially when it's right in front of you. No patience to stay for that 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Then how can you call yourself a learner? So let's listen to what Deepak has got to tell you, and of course you will get some inputs through this video. Hello Deepak, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am, and you?
I'm fine, thank you for asking me. Good evening. Welcome to another conversational session.
Thank you, ma'am.
So at the outset, I'm so happy to meet you. We communicated via email. So you are definitely a new person for me. And when I meet you over Zoom, it's a great opportunity for me. It makes me more happy. So would you like to introduce yourself? Tell me something more about you. And of course,
Okay,
why
ma'am.
did you choose to have a conversation towards the end? Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Deepak Kumar Gupta. I'm from Madhya Pradesh, but currently I'm living in Chhattisgarh because
Okay.
I'm now working in PVR Annex Limited as a IT support engineer. And I'm 24 years old now, and I have completed my bachelor degree from uh, engineering branch. So
Okay.
that's all about me, ma'am. Ma'am, mostly when I get a time, so that time uh, I watch often I watch technical video in
Okay.
networking sites.
Okay. Okay.
That is the
Oh, that's great. That's good. Okay, so keep yourself updated, right?
yes, ma'am, every day
Yeah.
because I want to update myself.
Yes, 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 yes. It's a choice, but still it's good if you update. Even as language trainers, we also should update. Otherwise, it's not going to do any good. Yeah. Okay. So that's great. And do you have any questions for me? Like, do you want to know anything about me? It's
No,
of
ma'am, it's a 1 or 2 week. It's been 1 or 2 week that I have watched your video. Then
okay.
I suddenly sent you email.
Teachers are different. Language trainers are different. Teachers means they give you everything, but trainer, you get to do activities with us. And mostly one-on-one or group sessions. During such sessions, we show you how to do the activity. It's like both of us learn together. So that is the
Yes,
role of a trainer. We train you to do things. Okay.
okay.
Right. Okay, so that's fine. Right. Tell me something about your language journey. How did you learn at least this much English? How did you begin speaking English? Because I have seen engineers who are not very particular with English. I know that in professional colleges, my friends who are professors tell me that in some professional colleges, they don't give much importance to English. So what was that beginning phase of your learning journey?
Ma'am, when I was in schooling, my all school completed in Hindi medium. Then I got admission in engineering. So I had to read and write all the subject in English. As you know, engineering all over in English.
Okay.
So, ma'am, after completed my engineering, I had to face many interview that they started taking interview. So while that time I got nervous, I got hesitate. I was not able
Okay.
to speak properly English. So
Okay.
that time I feel we, we have to update ourselves to improve our English. So that's
Okay.
the reason since last year I started English journey, but 2 and 3 months I indulge myself into deep to improve my English.
Oh, how did you
That's the
do it?
reason.
What did you do? What did you do to learn something in life?
For English,
Yes, yes. You said that you come from a Hindi medium school, and I know that you may
yes,
not get um, many opportunities to speak in English. But how did you get the confidence to, first of all, send emails, to have conversations? Of course, interview was the starting point, but after that, now maybe you're speaking to a lot of people. So, how did you begin doing it? Did you read? Did you listen to anything? What were the things that you did back at home?
ma'am. Every day I watch conversation video, and every
Okay,
day I I write our thoughts what I did today in morning today in from today to evening. That's the main
okay.
reason. And second thing, ma'am, and now I'm working professional. So whenever I get an email, big email, so I read that email or translate every word. What is the
Okay.
meaning of that word?
Oh, you translate the word into what? Do you take the meaning of the word that you don't know?
Yes,
You try to find out the
and
meaning
also
of the word. Okay.
note down my notebook, and I
Okay.
every day write my notebook new words.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So writing down what you do every day on a daily basis is good because that is also connected to life. It gives you an opportunity to write complete sentences. Yeah. So it's not exactly diary writing, right? You just write what you did in the morning, in the afternoon, how the day was.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
So
it's
how do you deal with your bad days? Everybody has got bad days. So what do you do when you have a very hectic or sometimes bad day when you feel that, oh, nothing is working out?
for bad days. I only use phone watching reels, and
You watch
I did
reels. Okay.
know
Okay.
in bad times.
Okay. So how do reels help you?
we we get different types of video like we should do this type of work for ourselves and
Okay.
different things.
Maybe motivational reels, motivational content where
Yes,
people ask you to follow these guidelines in life, connected to life. Yeah.
yes.
Right.
And
Maybe
second
you
thing, gym,
gym. Okay. Okay.
also
Exercise,
gym.
training, and all that. Yes.
Yes,
Exercise keeps you energetic. And when it comes to some of the reels, you will get some sentences also from what they say. And maybe that will help you to
yes.
write sentences by the end of the day. You said you record your thoughts and daily activities. That's great. So I'll share something with you right now. Just let me know if you
Mm.
can see the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
First is against the clock,
Yes.
and second thing, it slipped my mind, and third is in a bit of a hurry.
In a bit of a hurry. Okay. So sometimes when
Yes,
we speak in English, it may have some phrases and some group of words may have indirect meaning. So for example, let's take against the clock. So do you see a picture there? Now
yes.
this itself, these three words put together has got a meaning. Can you guess the meaning? I'll give you an example. Okay, a group of people, maybe in your company, some people are trying to finish a project. So they were running against the clock so that they could
Okay,
complete
I
this
get.
project. What is the meaning of that? They were running against the clock so that they could complete the project on time.
Suppose I'm programmer and I have to complete my task in the evening.
Okay,
So
okay,
I will have to complete the task given the time. So that's the against the clock. Which mean
okay.
I'm right.
Which means you have to do something very fast because there is very little time. Okay, when there is very little time, you have to do something very fast. So maybe you have just half a day and you have to complete the project. So I was running against the clock, or I was racing against the clock so that I could complete this project on time. What about the next one? You read it out. It slipped my mind. So I'll give you an
Mm,
example. So Deepak, oh, it's your birthday. Oh my God, it just slipped my mind. I'm so sorry. I forgot. The meaning is I
I
forgot about
forgot.
it. I
I
forgot
forgot
about it.
that.
It slipped my mind means I forgot about it. So how do we use it? Oh, it's your birthday. It just slipped my mind. Happy birthday. So when you use this, you don't use forgot or forget. It's a substitute for forget. So for example, we have a meeting. Oh, it just slipped my mind. We have a meeting now. So you forgot about it and now you immediately log in. It's another way of saying that you forgot to do something, that you're forgetting something. Clear?
Okay,
Right.
slip my
You can
mind.
use it in any situation. It can be about a birthday, it can be about a meeting. What is the last one?
In a bit of Hindi. Like I'm very hurry for going to market to
You're
complete
in a
this work.
hurry. You're in a hurry. Okay, it means you're
This
in
work.
a hurry. So I'm in a bit of a hurry. I'm going to the market. Shall I speak to you sometime later? So this is very easy because it is direct. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Yeah,
Yes.
it's quite direct. So can you look at all these three and tell me if anything is confusing? Do you want me to repeat any of these?
No, no, I got understand very
Were you
clearly
familiar with any
what
of
the
these? Were you familiar with any of these? Something that you already knew?
no, no, ma'am. Against the clock. No, no, I knew, but during conversation, I
Okay.
slipped my mind.
Okay, okay. It just slipped your mind during conversation. Yes, you forget. So sometimes against the clock, of course, it is a common usage. We come across this many times, but it just slips off the mind when you are having a conversation. So that's what you just now used that particular usage. That was great. It slipped my mind when I was having the conversation. I know against the clock, but it just slipped my mind. Great. Okay, so now are you in a bit of a hurry to end the session?
No,
No. Okay, so now you know the meanings. That's great. Okay, so shall I give you a feedback before we end today's session? Yeah. So one thing, Deepak, it's like I think you like having conversation. Am I right? Do you like to meet new
yes,
people? Yes. So your body language tells me that you like speaking and you like to meet people. And I think you're partially confident also. You are able to speak. Only thing is grammatical errors. For example, you are trying to say something, but the words are not coming out. Not everywhere,
yes,
here and there. Of course, regarding the phrases and the idioms, some of them were new to you. It's okay. It just slipped your mind. That's pardonable. But sometimes, like, I completed my degree. But I complete my degree is wrong. I completed my degree. I have done
it's past
something.
tense.
Yeah, I have done something. So perfect tense, I have done this. I have completed my project. So present perfect tense. So try to use the right participle form, right structure. Okay.
Main reason I'm not able to speak English because I'm talking very fast. This is the main reason. I
Okay.
tried a lot that I speak slow. It's not happening in during my conversation. So this is my biggest big
Okay. So
mistake.
now you know your problem. I will tell you, pace of speech is important. Like you know that you're speaking very fast. You can slow down your pace because you know that it's your problem. But even if you speak fast, do you think you will make so many grammatical errors? No. Okay. If you speak slow, you can focus. That's one point. Slow means not like,
Every word.
yeah, not like dragging. You don't have to drag your words and take long pauses. But try to speak slow. Just reduce your pace so that you can focus on the words and try to minimize your errors. Okay, so when you frame a sentence, you will be able to go slow, you'll be able to focus and bring out the thought. That's what you were not able to do during the conversation. You knew what to say, you have a lot of thoughts in your mind, very good, and you're also confident. The only problem is maybe you're speaking fast, as you rightly said, and you're not able to focus. So slow down and focus. And whenever you have to speak about the past, past tense. Present tense, most of the sentences were correct. Like, I do my work, I work with this company, okay, I do exercise. Some of the sentences were right. But past tense, you have to pay
Past
attention to
tense.
that. Especially when there is a combination of past tense and present tense, you have to really pay attention. There are a lot of activities for that. Yes. So I
Okay,
have done
thank
a
you.
couple of activities through my conversational videos, but I know that's not enough because you have to pay attention to the sentences when you're listening to content. By the way, do you like listening to something? Do you like reading? What is it that you're comfortable with?
When listening is
You like
my
listening.
favorite.
Okay. What do you listen to
Like
most of
your
the time?
video and another. Most of the time, ma'am, I watch motivational video and speech video
Okay.
where big stars speak there,
Okay.
tell us their journey with English subtitle.
Okay. So what you can do is when you watch anyone speaking, it can be anything, even a podcast, whatever it is, pay attention to the sentences. Look at how they are framing the sentences because the same thought can be conveyed in more than 10 ways. Pay attention to the sentences that is being used by each speaker. And you can also try to use those. How do we speak Hindi? We listen to people and we use those sentences. We borrow those sentences
Yes,
most of the time. Yeah, so that's one technique. And then when you're confident, you can frame your own sentences as well. Right? So don't pay attention to only the new words, pay attention to the sentences also. Like how did they use the present tense? How was the past tense used? How did they introduce themselves? Already you have a diary where you write down the words, right? But apart from that, pay attention to the sentences also. This will help you. But that's not enough.
okay, I
Try
will.
to include that in your conversation. Whenever you speak to your colleagues, when you speak to yourself alone, you can include those in your conversation. Try to borrow that, borrow the words and the sentences.
Borrow the words and use that word which while
Those
speaking.
sentences, those phrases.
Okay, ma'am, I got it.
Yeah. So try to follow these, try to follow different videos. And also, when you need help, you can always approach me. It was great speaking to you. Do you have any more questions before we end today's session?
How did you learn your English? And
Yeah, that was a long journey. I have already shared about my English speaking journey. I never thought I was going to become a trainer. I listened to a lot of people speaking. When I was in school, I never had access to many books. So I used to listen to radio, FM, FM also. FM was one
yes,
of
ma'am.
my, learning resources. But today we have Spotify and we have podcasts. A lot of channels are there. But in those days, I wanted to read a lot, but I never got access to many books. But the little I had very few resources, like maybe BBC, CNN, some English channels. I used to listen to that. I used to listen to stories. I used to make use of all the books that came my way, not only my academic books and textbooks. And even I never hesitated from speaking to people. I used to barge in and speak in English. Even if I made mistakes, I used to speak. Because in school, I never got the chance to learn so much. You have 32 students or 40 students in the same class. How will you speak to the teacher? Teachers used to be very
Yes,
strict also. They used to be demanding, some of them, not everyone. So, yes, it's through this. So, these are the guidelines I'm giving you. Listen, speak. And I was always interested in writing. I used to write by the end of the day 5 sentences, 15 sentences, sometimes 2 pages also. So, listening,
okay.
speaking, reading, writing. All these things will help you. But consistently. Do it every time. Even now, I'm
Consistency,
learning.
consist,
Yes, yes.
consistency is more
It's
things
the
that
key.
we
Yeah, it's the
is
key
the
to
key
developing
for
any skill.
improving
Yes.
any skills.
Yeah. Just now you told me exercise. If you have to really shed your weight or if you have to stay fit, if you just want to stay fit also, you need to do exercise consistently. If you just
And
do
see
for
every
two
day.
days, if you just do for 2 days, your body will not be happy. You're not going to reap the benefits. Same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Okay. Right. So thanks a
Okay.
lot. It was great speaking to you.
I hope you enjoyed the conversational video. Of course, you would have got some inputs. And here it's just not about getting some guidelines, but it's all about the real life and how people begin learning. It's all about the attempt. So, as I promised, here is the email ID to connect with me. See, when something is given to you readily, you need to take the effort to sometimes dig or even see what's there in front of you. If you can't take that effort, how will you learn? Learning, of course, requires some patience. Otherwise, you will not be able to develop any skill. I hope you get the point, and happy learning.